section.
Okay,
The
so the
military.
majority of the women say no.
No,
Okay.
I'll die inside.
Okay.
Literally, you would die
I'm
inside.
like,
Yeah.
hello.
You know what I'm saying?
Say, I will die
All right.
inside.
What
I
about you?
like
What's
that.
the youngest that you would do?
I'm 21. I have like a weird thing with dating people younger than me, so I would say 21.
So the
But
youngest you would do.
maybe like 22 to be safe.
You look so familiar from somewhere.
Oh, here we go.
Somewhere.
Here we go.
I'm just an icon, so probably.
Waitress somewhere? Service
I'm a
somewhere?
cocktail server in Wynwood.
There you go.
Where? Wait, where though? Tell me where.
I don't want to see on camera. I just want to.
Go ahead.
No.
Nah, you gotta
Yeah.
pay
I
for
already
that.
got stalkers. Don't.
Yeah, I've seen you before, though. A couple times.
It starts with a P?
Nah, come on, man.
No.
All right. So 21's your...
The younger 22. guy I dated was 10 years younger than me.
So you would go all the way down to 22?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had money.
Exactly.
Money!
And yeah, younger guys, it's more like they have to like worship you.
Oh, okay.
Do you
Okay, they
think-
cannot invest a lot of money,
That's-
but they have to do like nice dinners,
Yeah.
like okay, perfumes, like stuff.
Can
but,
you?
like,
So they
worship-
gotta like pedestalize you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which
Do you-
country do you think has the most gold diggers? In your opinion.
Ukraine.
Honestly, though,
Of course, the Russia would say that.
low key, there's it is competitive.
Too soon!
No,
Okay, fair
we
enough.
don't do that.
Do you know how to twerk? You do. Okay, fair enough. Carry on. Beautiful thing.
She's like, fuck Zelensky, bro. Okay. Question: do you think you can respect a guy that like pedestalizes you like that though?
I do.
You do.
Yes.
Bro.
I'm also very submissive. Like when I was married, like I'm very obedient. I'm like super submissive. But with the younger guys, I
The
like
22-year-old guy. So he gave you everything that you wanted. He was like very nice, and he
Yes,
worshipped
I
the ground
dated
you walked
22
on, right?
years old and 23 years old, and
But
like,
if you respected him, why'd you leave him?
You got boring.
He ran out of money. Money's gone.
Gotcha, bitch. No, I'm seeing someone right now, and he's very young too. So
Easier to manipulate.
What about you? What's the youngest you would do?
So I'm 21. I'd say probably 20, but even then, I feel like sometimes there's like a maturity gap. Everybody's different. So I mean, like if you're 20, you got your place, you got a job, you know, like you have your shit together, then yeah. But ideally, I'd probably say like 24, 25, because they tend to have more so what I'm looking for.
Okay. What about you? What's the youngest guy you would ever take seriously?
I like that you said
Bare
it
minimum.
takes. I like that you said it takes seriously.
Yeah.
I'm a mental person,
I
like
believe that.
intellectual.
Like all women?
Huh? You said what?
Like most women?
No, most women don't. No, they don't have it.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna say that, but yeah, I'm a very intellectual person, and I like to learn. So, when me being 29, I've met some young
That
guys.
shit sound older every time she say it. Even though it's the same number. It feels older each time. But go ahead.
And I look young, so like, I accidentally, like, you know,
I mean,
I've
black
met
don't
and talked to someone who was 23, but it's just when I found that out, I was like, like I'm spoiled. So, and I don't ask, like I don't like to have a handout.
Right.
So I like if I say, oh,
You should know.
yeah, like
what
my
to do.
nail is chipped, I shouldn't say, babe, I need to go to the nail shop. You see it, you should be like, all right, here's your nail money. Well, when
Exactly.
is your nail appointment? You know what I'm
I
saying?
thought
So-
you was an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
I am an entrepreneur, but
Boss
I
babe.
take care of myself, but I also like to shop.
Apparently
so,
not.
yeah,
If the nail is chipped.
me being an entrepreneur don't mean that I don't deserve gifts.
Exactly. She deserves
Wow.
the world.
You
Mark.
deserve-
Like,
She,
the world.
and she looking at me very seriously, too.
She's waiting on you, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, so wait on you, man.
That's crazy.
So 23 is the lowest, you said? Or what
I
age?
mean, honestly, what age?
Yeah.
She said,
27.
27?
Yeah, honestly, 27.
She's 29. What about you? What's the youngest you would do?
Well, I'm 18, so I feel like 18,
Yeah,
but
18. Good job.
the men or the boys, I should say, not men, the boys that are my age and that I've met and talked to, they've been very sick. Like, I feel like the boys of this generation, especially the younger ones, they just have nothing to offer. So I don't think that I've met any guy throughout the 18 years of my life that I would take seriously. And it's low-key kind of scary because I feel like when my parents were my age, they were already getting married. They were engaged. My mom had me when she was 19 and she was already married
That's
to my
what's up.
dad. And I feel like that's not very common in this day and age because the guys, just the way that they talk about women, the way that they like just just the things that they're into. I have a story actually.
Oh, you have a story? Oh,
Yeah.
shit, bust out a fucking story.
I have a story.
I knew you didn't ask me. I have a story. Okay, go ahead.
So I just recently moved here and started college, and there was a boy, and he was my age, and he was trying to pursue me. And it all came out. One morning, I wake up to a "Hey girly" DM, and he had a girlfriend of 4 years, and
Nice.
she logged onto his Apple ID and found out that he had been hiring male prostitutes.
No! No!
Yes, male and female prostitutes to his dorm. He's on the tennis
To
team.
his dorm, this boy wild.
Right. He's on the tennis team.
Male and female.
Male and
Did
female.
he have blue hair?
No,
Okay.
he was perfectly normal, and he was taking me out. It gets worse. He was taking me out, like paying for my things, obviously,
That's crazy.
as a man should do. And his girlfriend was like, "Oh, did he take you here? Did he take you there?" I was like, "Yeah," and she's like, "He charged me to my card."
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Did you
So
ever kiss him? Keep it real. Did you ever kiss him in the mouth?
I did, unfortunately.
It's like that.
Unfortunately, I was fooled. I was fooled.
All right, so let me ask you this. Let me see how
Really
serious
sick.
you
It was
are.
a really sick
Oh no,
situation.
it's extremely sick.
Right.
Molestany strikes again. Okay, look. So
That's a sick story, though.
this boy is wild to the dormitory. He got the prostitute signing to check in downstairs.
I have to see this man every day at the dining hall and look at him in his face, knowing that he was fucking male prostitutes
Yeah.
while I was in the library
Bro,
doing my
you
homework
gay.
or something.
Yeah.
18 years old?
18 years old hiring prostitutes. Isn't that
Doing
really
the
down
most.
bad? I wonder how he's
he
going to
have
be
the
when
money?
he's 40, 50.
I didn't even know you had to hire
He's charging the
male
prostitutes to his girlfriend's card.
That's insane.
Wow.
He ordering them like his Uber Eats. I didn't know you do that. That's crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
So you had mentioned like, my mom and my dad, like they had me when I was 19. So
I
like,
do not
things are-
talk like that.
Yeah, you do.
So
Yeah.
Chris, put yourself on
Pay
camera
for
when
my
you
speech
talk.
therapy. It's
Oh, yeah.
okay.
So
God damn it.
was this guy Persian?
No, he was not.
What was he?
He was light skinned.
I like how she said it like it's a race. She
What
said
does
it like it's a
light-skinned mean?
race.
Is it not?
He's
It is.
a light-skinned black, right? Black American.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
All right.
Is that your type?
So you were messing with him even though your dad would be like,
I mean, I wasn't messing with him. It was just something like I was new to the school. I didn't really know anyone, and I thought he was cute, and that's
okay,
that.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Well,
I
now you
already know
escaped.
she'd take it, but look. So say you meet a guy that you're really vibing with, and next year at age 19, he's like, look, I need to drop this seed in you, shorty. Like, are you with that?
If I'm financially stable, if he's fine, I feel like I need to be financially stable before I have a kid.
What
like,
if he's financially stable?
well, he can always just up and leave, correct?
Did your dad up and leave your mom?
No, they're divorced. But
You mean yes then? You
well,
said
yes,
no,
he
you
didn't
mean
up
yes.
and leave me, but
Okay.
he up and left my mom, and
Damn.
yeah,
She was lazy? What happened?
no, she wasn't lazy.
Okay.
They had a really big age gap in their values and just didn't correlate. Like, I guess they didn't have much in common.
Okay.
And he's also very strict, and so that's why I chose to live predominantly with my mom, because he was just very strict by the book. So I that just didn't work out.
Yeah, and you're trying to turn up. Got you. So basically, even though you mentioned the whole bit about your parents having you at 19, it really doesn't mean shit to you.
I mean, it does. It doesn't mean shit, because I feel like,
Merch.
okay,
How does that impact how
okay.
you're going to live your life? Like,
So I would love to have a family and start but I feel like back then people were brought up for this, and like from childhood they didn't think like they had any other option. Like, my parents immigrated from Iran, and they didn't really know that they there's a life out there other than that. And I feel like with a kid that could really hold you back. Like, I could be doing bigger things than raising a
Right.
kid.
you could be getting your own hands cracking. I feel you. Carrying on.
No.
All right, now we'll switch it up with the age. What's the oldest guy that you would take seriously?
The oldest,
Yeah.
I feel like anything above 30.
No, the oldest, like the max out.
The cap.
The cap.
Like
Is it
70 years
32,
old?
35, 50?
50.
I think 20 years older than me. but that's
So 38.
right. But no, because
Oh,
that's my
shit.
the age difference between my parents. But at the same time, that might not work out because they're from a different generation, might have different values.
Okay. How old was your dad when your mom was 19 when she had you?
Uh-huh.
And your dad was like almost 40? It's like
Yeah.
30, okay.
Wow.
That boy caught him some
That boy,
fresh water.
What's
Shout out to your pops. You hear me?
He wasn't playing.
Yeah.
Playing
in a
that
real
seat
way.
quick.
All right.
That's smart.
What about you? What's the oldest you would do?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Come on now.
I mean, I don't know. How
50.
old.
You old
Negative.
already.
Yeah,
Shit,
you
go ahead.
already.
50.
I mean, honestly,
Sugar daddy.
no. But I guess what 43. I'm giving an odd number. And I like even numbers. So
43. What about you?
I'd say 32.
32.
Yeah.
Okay.
My husband was 12 years older, so I think it's perfect.
Money.
So you can do 44.
Yeah.
44 is the max.
Okay.
I'd say like 26. I'm 21.
Okay. So only a 5-year difference.
Yeah.
I'd say like 25.
Okay.
Age discrimination.
Absolutely oldest would be 28. Everything above that is just kind of strange to me. Like, why would you date me? I'm 22.
I was going to say 28 also.
28?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me ask you ladies a question. So, very interesting ages. You said 38, 43, 32, 44, 26, 25, 28, 28. When do you think a man hits his peak?
Like, looks wise?
Oh, God.
Overall,
overall.
because the things that make a man attractive, let's be honest, aren't just looks. It's a bunch of things. It's confidence, ambition, income, status, all these things. When do you think a man reaches his peak in all these different fields that might make him attractive? So if he
I guess it depends. Like,
in general, if you had to ballpark
When do
it.
you think that men mature fully?
No, that's not. No.
No.
She gotta understand that more. Because she's a little
you got
younger.
grown men and still boys.
It's when do you think men reach their peak? That's the question.
Their peak for them or for her?
Peak as in the most attractive.
To her.
Yes.
Okay.
To women in general.
Okay.
I don't know, because there's like some grown ass men that don't do shit, and that's not attractive to me.
Okay. So if you had to give the ballpark number.
Like, hopefully by 30.
Hopefully by 30. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When do
Like,
you think?
hopefully sooner, like between 25 and 30. I would hope that they're like,
You hope, but you don't really know.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you? When do you think men reach their peak?
Between 25 and 28 as well.
Okay. What about you?
28.
You think they're at their peak at 28?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
25-ish, 25 and above.
Okay. What about
Why
you?
so funny?
For me, it's not like about the age. It's more about
It's about
connection.
the money.
When do they have the most?
Come on.
Because that's your number one screening tool. Let's be honest here.
It's
so
not.
So
So
when is
I
a
would
man at
not
his
date
peak?
the guys who are like 10 years younger than me if it would be all about money. It's about connection, like a spiritual.
Money and dick.
All right. So when do you think men reach their peak in general?
35.
Okay. What about you?
I would say mid 30s for sure.
What about you?
Same. Mid 30s.
Mid 30s.
Yeah. Because it's like at that moment, like in the mid 30s, like I said, like, you know, I know people my age and a lot of, it's like a trans, like, I don't know, what is it?
She knows. She's a
Transformation, like,
sexual
you know.
expert.
30. Okay.
No,
So
it's like a
35 for men.
Yeah, so it's
What
like,
about
yeah.
you? When do you think men reach their peak?
I think physically, like appearance wise, from like 20 to 30. But financially, well, in the like
I
age,
mean in general, because for men it's a bunch of different things that make them attractive.
right,
It's not like women where it's only looks.
right. Well, I think in the age of the internet, like you could post a TikTok
She
at
deep
18
as
years
hell.
old,
In
right?
the age of the internet. All right, go ahead.
Like usually back before the internet, like it would take a guy like
Just give us an age range.
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. Maybe like 30s.
Okay.
30s.
I feel like as guys get older, they like gain more value, even though it's kind of like the opposite for women, unfortunately.
Definitely the opposite.
That segues into my next question. When do you think a woman's at her peak? We'll start here with Miss Persia.
What?
When do you think a woman's at her peak?
Miss Iran.
A woman at her peak?
Yeah.
Probably
Age-wise.
18 to 30.
What?
18.
Well,
That's a
that's
big
such
range.
that's a
but
big range.
Big ass range. Goddamn.
I
you
mean,
give us
the
a time
20, like
range?
you can't. You can't be. Well, it's like you can't just be ugly at 25 and be
It's
hot
not
at
about
18.
being, it's not physical. He's talking about in general. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
I think it is. I think it is physical. To be honest.
Men and women are different. So,
but
what do you think age range makes as a woman at her peak for being attracted to the opposite gender?
Max beauty.
Probably like 23, 24.
Okay.
Okay.
What about you? What do you think?
I mean, the most beautiful.
Huh? Honestly, I feel like 25.
Okay.
I
What
think
about you?
probably 18 to like early 20s, maybe like 23, 24.
Okay.
I think like 30s. I feel like I attract more men now than I've ever attracted in my life. So
Is it you or the boobs? I'm confused now.
But in general, the question
She
wasn't.
said 30s.
Yeah. The question wasn't when have you attracted the most men. The question was when do you think women in general are the most attractive?
Holy shit.
I think 30s because you become
30s,
more
okay.
confident.
Okay. Do
I
you
can
think
see
men
that.
value
And
confidence?
you know that's
Hold on. Do you think men value confidence in women?
I
Do you
mean,
think they
listen,
care?
okay, I'm 30, but I look younger, and you're just more confident, so you're like sexier.
Do you think men find confidence sexy?
It
course.
should.
Everyone does.
But do they? It's not should, it's what is, not should or could. Do you think they do?
I think they do.
Do
You are
think men-
crazy as hell.
Do you think men value confidence?
Oh my God.
Do you think men value confidence the same
It's-
way that women value confidence in men?
Absolutely.
No.
It's different. Like, you know, confidence. It's not only about I'm confident. It's about accepting my sexuality, accepting who I am. So once you love yourself, other people love you too.
That's facts. I can see what she's saying.
All right, interesting. What about you? When do you think a woman is at her peak?
Like
Age range.
23,
23.
24.
What about you?
I think 21 because you're like old enough to drink and you're old enough to like do everything. So
Interesting. All right, what about you?
Between 20 and 25 as well, I think.
Okay.
Because between 21 and 25 is just
Okay.
kind of sexy.
What about you?
I was gonna say like 22, 23.
22, 23. Okay. Very interesting that you guys said that the max you would date a guy, again 38, 43, 32, 44, 26, 25, 28, 20, 28. But all of you guys acknowledge that men typically hit their peak later on in life. So why is it that you would want a guy that's younger when you know men become more attractive later on?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I mean,
Did you just cut yourself off?
I'm just posing the question out to you guys because a lot of you guys acknowledge that men typically, the truth is men become the most attractive in their 30s typically, 30s, 40s, and to their 50s, right? Because the things that make a man attractive take time to acquire: status, competence, income, that type of thing, right? But you guys all, like you said, basically what you guys said was you would want a guy that's younger, but you guys all acknowledge what a peak is for a guy. It's older. So why would you sell yourself short and go for a younger guy when you know at the peak is in their 30s?
Okay, so I'll just start. I just answered the question. However, like I said, I'm very intellectual and I have goals in life. So I do bring my goals up and I want to know what his goals is. Because I like to learn, and sometimes like you can learn from each other.
Well, you did say 43.
Yeah,
so it's not really you.
Oh, okay.
But she also is 85. So
yeah,
29 more credits.
That's a
29.
factor.
Well, okay. I think for me personally, because I'm 21, like I
Yeah.
have to factor in that I need to have things in common with the person that I'm seeing, right? If you're like, if there's a big age gap, it's going to be kind of
because
hard
you said
to find.
25 to 28, right?
No. I said 32 is my max.
No, yeah, but you said ideally you want a guy 25 to 28, right?
No, I said the youngest I would date is like 25.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But I just think that it's important to have like things in common with the person that you're seeing and also be kind of like in a similar position in life. Or at least be able to understand where they're at, you know? So I feel like if I'm with somebody that's like 38, that's my mom's fucking age. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Your mom's 38 and you're
21.
21.
Yeah.
So she had
17.
17.
So when you say that's like my mom's fucking age, you also have to acknowledge your mom was a little bit.
She was a little older, but she's on the live, so shut up.
Yeah.
Mine's as well. My parents were
Yeah.
17. So.
Yeah.
But things were different back then, too,
Is
though.
your mom thick?
She's built exactly like me, so she's just slim.
Are you thick?
No.
Chris!
Girl, you are thick.
I am not thick, babe.
Girl, I don't
Wait,
think
let
y'all
me.
know what thick is.
Can you stand up real quick?
Oh my
just
God,
so
are
we
you
can-
really
do a
standing
twirl.
up?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
real
yeah.
quick.
No!
Just
Oh my
real
God.
quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. It's not giving crazy thick. It's giving just slim.
It's thick.
She
It's
got
like
a little
something.
something.
It's like
Slide
something.
it.
The chair's stuck.
Yeah. Make this work for me. Yeah. You gotta turn it to me, though. I'm the
Okay,
judge
there you
here.
go.
It's respectable. It's very
Okay.
respectable.
See,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
absolutely.
saying.
Shout
That's
out to Canada,
respectable. Are you white? Like just like pure white?
No.
Cuban, right?
What were you again?
I'm Spanish.
Oh, okay.
Makes
all right.
sense.
All right. It's respectable.
Yeah, I think she said her mom. You Cuban, full Cuban, right?
No, not full Cuban.
Cuban
Cuban,
what?
Costa Rican, and Salvadorian.
Right.
Someone said big. She's fat.
Wait, what? I'm fat?
No, you're not. People be
Fat is
Good
Legitimately
enough.
insane out here.
Okay, interesting.
Some chats?
Yeah, I can hit some of the chats now. And then Marco, if you had a question for ladies, let me know. Or what, do you want me to go back to the ones that we had?
Yeah, I'm just tripped out. All right, ladies, just
And guys, from this point forward, I'm only gonna read 15 up. I'll read the ones that came in before, but
Yeah.
15 up from
Because
this point forward.